This story has taken over the headlines and could completely change the trajectory of a California-based franchise. Behind closed doors, across front offices, analysts and insiders are buzzing with speculation. Could this team actually be the front runner to land one of the league's most sought-after players? What started as a simple report from a reliable source close to an NBA franchise has now exploded into a league-wide talking point. The idea that this particular player might be considering a move to California has shifted the dynamics of free agency talks and trade rumors alike. And of course, when news like this drops, it spreads like wildfire. Fans, media, even rival executives are all paying very close attention. So, what exactly sparked this wave of speculation? Well, it all began with a sighting, a rather calculated, maybe even strategic appearance by the player at a high-profile event in the city. This wasn't just any gathering, it was a star-studded affair held during All-Star Weekend packed, with influential figures from the basketball world. And yes, representatives from the California franchise were there in full force, including the team's owner and several key players. The fact that this player, who has been linked to this franchise for years, chose to show up did not go unnoticed. People immediately started connecting the dots, questioning whether this was a casual appearance or a subtle message being sent. Adding even more fuel to the fire is the fact that this player shares the same representation as the team's current superstar. That connection alone is enough to make insiders raise their eyebrows. In the NBA, these agency ties often play a crucial role in facilitating blockbuster deals, shaping narratives, and influencing decisions behind the scenes. It's not just about basketball, it's about relationships, negotiations, and strategic alignments. The presence of this player at an event so closely tied to the franchise wasn't just a coincidence. It was a statement, intentional or not. Meanwhile, while this player enjoys the attention, the franchise itself is facing its own set of challenges. Their current playoff campaign is hanging by a thread. Last night's game was nothing short of a disaster, especially in the third quarter, where the team suffered one of the worst collapses in recent history. The loss not only put them at a disadvantage in the series, but also sparked questions about the team's future and the direction they should take moving forward. To make matters worse, credible reports confirmed that their superstar will not be returning for the next game, effectively crushing any immediate hopes of a miraculous comeback. With the season slipping away, attention naturally shifts to the off-season and potential roster changes. That's where the possibility of adding a high-profile player becomes so intriguing. The latest reports indicate that this franchise, previously seen as a long shot, has now emerged as the third most likely destination for the player. This is a significant development. Just days ago, nobody would have seriously considered this team as a legitimate contender in the race. But now, the conversation has changed dramatically. Analysts are recalibrating their predictions, insiders are double-checking their sources, and fans are daring to dream. Of course, pulling off a move of this magnitude is far from simple. The complexities of NBA trade rules, especially concerning restricted free agents, create a maze of technicalities. To clarify, the player's current team holds the right to match any offer sheet he receives. This mechanism essentially blocks any straightforward sign and trade scenarios, at least in the immediate term. Unless the player outright refuses an offer from another franchise, his current team maintains control. Even if an offer is matched, league rules prevent a trade involving that player until the very last day of the year. So any talk of an imminent deal needs to be taken with a grain of salt. Historically, we've seen teams navigate these waters with creative multi-team trades. However, the difference here lies in the player's contract status. Unlike previous examples where unrestricted free agents had more freedom to dictate their destinations, this player's restricted status adds a layer of complication. For the California franchise, this means that acquiring him would likely require involving a third team, maybe even more, to construct a viable trade package. The challenge doesn't end there. The franchise's pool of assets isn't exactly brimming with high-value trade chips. Compared to other suitors, they lack the depth of young prospects and draft capital that could sweeten a deal. So, could they possibly make this work? One avenue would be to package together a combination of existing players and multiple future draft picks. Perhaps even include a promising young talent to entice the other side. But would that be enough? Other franchises are lurking, armed with more attractive assets and positioned to outbid the California team with relative ease. That's the harsh reality of the situation. Yet despite the odds, there's an intangible factor at play: market appeal. The San Francisco Bay Area is one of the largest media markets in the country, ranked 7th overall. For players looking to expand their brand, increase visibility, and tap into lucrative endorsement opportunities, playing in such a market carries undeniable advantages. The narrative of revitalizing a storied franchise, of stepping into the spotlight as the new face of the team, holds a certain allure. Especially as the current superstar edges closer to retirement, the opportunity to become the centerpiece of the next chapter is tempting. Moreover, the franchise's recent struggles could paradoxically work in their favor. There's a certain appeal to being the player who turns things around, who breathes new life into a team teetering on the edge of mediocrity. For competitors with a legacy mindset, this challenge is not a deterrent, it's an opportunity. In the world of sports, legacies are built not just by joining super teams, but by resurrecting franchises and delivering success where few believed it possible. League insiders have noted that while the franchise's asset pool may be limited, their management's willingness to be aggressive should not be underestimated. In recent years, they've shown a readiness to swing big when the right opportunity presents itself. Whether through creative trade construction, salary maneuvering, or leveraging relationships with agencies, this front office has a track record of making bold moves. Naturally, skeptics argue that this is all just noise, an off-season fantasy drummed up to keep fans engaged. They point to the team's current cap situation, the limited flexibility, and the sheer competition they face from other franchises. But in the NBA, things can change overnight. A single trade, an unexpected buyout, a surprising pivot in strategy can reshape the landscape in an instant. Dismissing this as a mere pipe dream overlooks the league's history of improbable deals. As the dust settles from the latest report, it's clear that this storyline isn't going away anytime soon. The very possibility of this player donning the California team's jersey has reignited fan interest, sparked debates on talk shows, and sent analysts scrambling for cap sheets. It has even influenced betting odds, with sportsbooks adjusting their projections to reflect the newfound buzz surrounding this potential move. But beyond the numbers and technicalities, this is about narrative. The NBA thrives on stories, rivalries, redemption arcs, and star-driven drama. The idea of this player choosing to come to California, taking on the challenge of lifting a struggling franchise back into contention, fits perfectly into that mold. It's a storyline that will captivate not just local fans, but the entire league. In the end, it all circles back to one simple truth. This is a business of entertainment. Player movements, trades, and free agency decisions are as much about marketability and media impact as they are about basketball fit. For the league, for the player, and for the franchise, the potential benefits of this move extend far beyond the hardwood. So, as we sit and analyze every new development, every whisper from insiders, and every strategic public appearance, one thing is certain: this saga is far from over. Whether it culminates in a blockbuster trade or fizzles out as off-season chatter, the ripple effects are already being felt. And as fans, all we can do is stay tuned, keep the discussions alive, and imagine what could be if this bold move actually happens. What do you think? Could this California franchise really pull off the unthinkable and land this star player? Or is this just another summer of rumors that will eventually fade away? As we dig even deeper into this situation, it's impossible to ignore how the shifting dynamics of the NBA are influencing moves like these. The league has evolved into a place where players hold unprecedented power. It's not just about what teams want anymore. It's about where the players see the best fit for their personal and professional ambitions. And when a player of this magnitude starts sending signals, even subtle ones, front offices across the league take notice. That's exactly what's happening right now. The whispers, the meetings, the sudden appearances, they all build up to something, even if the outcome remains uncertain. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. There have been growing whispers in the sports world about Golden State Warriors star guard Stephen Curry. potentially playing through pain this season, sacrificing his body for the team's success. While the rumors have not been officially confirmed by the Warriors, sources close to the team have hinted that Curry's current playing status could involve him pushing through physical discomfort. Despite lingering concerns about his health, Stephen Curry, who has established himself as one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, is no stranger to injuries. Throughout his career, he has battled various physical setbacks, from ankle issues in his early years to more recent problems with his shoulder and knee. The 2024 season, however, seems to be shaping up as one where the 35-year-old may need to bear the burden of carrying a team in transition. The Warriors, once a dominant force in the league with their fast-paced style and elite shooting, are in the midst of a retooling phase, with the aging core of Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson still the focal points of the roster. The rumored sacrifice comes at a time when the team needs its leader more than ever. With several younger players still finding their footing in the league, Curry's experience and leadership have been invaluable. However, it's no secret that his body is beginning to show signs of wear and tear. While he has maintained an incredible level of play, especially on the offensive end, his defensive capabilities and overall stamina are being increasingly questioned as the seasons go by. The Warriors organization has been tight-lipped about the exact nature of Curry's injuries, but insiders suggest that the star guard could be battling through discomfort in both his shoulder and knee. The potential impact of Curry playing through pain is a double-edged sword. On one hand, his presence on the court is a stabilizing force for the Warriors, and his ability to shift the momentum of a game with his shooting is unmatched. His leadership continues to inspire his teammates, especially the younger players who are looking to him for guidance. On the other hand, there's the concern of his long-term health. Given the Warriors' championship window is narrowing, there's a fine line between pushing for immediate success and safeguarding the future of their franchise player. The rumors have sparked debates among fans and analysts alike. Some argue that Curry's sacrifice is a testament to his commitment to the Warriors, while others warn that it could be a risky gamble for both Curry's health and the team's future. Should Curry's body continue to break down, the Warriors may be forced to reevaluate their championship aspirations and make tough decisions about their roster. The question on everyone's mind is whether this will be the season where Stephen Curry's determination to win leads him to play through injury and push the Warriors to another title run. Or will it be the season where the sacrifice becomes too much and the Warriors face the reality of an aging core that can no longer carry the team to the promised land? Only time will tell, but the stakes have never been higher for both Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.